conversations with them. Maybe when you call your dad or your grandma or whoever, and if they're interested in talking about politics, you bring this up. Try not to be too autistic about it, but you bring it up and you talk and you have conversations. You put this into the social psyche of Americans because it's been
Mom, Dad. The whole problem is all the Indians. They're everywhere. Mom and Dad. Bruh, if you were my kid, I would stick you in a psych ward so fast. Holy shit, I'd be like, brainwash my child. Fucking Clockwork Orange style. Make them woke, okay? Hold their eyelids open.
They're hidden until it's too late. And this is one of those instances where it's not too late. We can do this. So boys, get ready. We're going to war, and it's going to be fucking glorious. It's going to be biblical. So grab your fucking nuts. All right? Grab your fucking nuts and get ready. Because we are going to fucking destroy the GOP.
Yes.
As part of that, the first step to that is making sure Vivek loses. Making sure these fuckers know. You're going to get us for a vote. You're going to use the death and torment of Americans to get us to vote.
You think that one fucking guy in Ohio losing his election when he's deeply unpopular already is going to affect the GOP? What the fuck are you smoking, man? Crack? Seriously, what kind of copium is this?
Expect us to continue to support you? Fuck yourself. So we need to send a message. Let's make sure these people.
Dude, whatever Tom Foe is taking, inject it into me, bro. Okay, welcome back, one and all, to the J-Star broadcast. It's me, J-Star. And, unfortunately, today we are reacting to Tom Foe. Let's go.
Yeah.
This video is called Declaring War. Declaring war on the Indians in America. Alright.
And this is Texas. This is India. And this is Texas.
No!
This is India. And this is Texas. Oh wait, they're both Texas.
The Statue of Union is now the third tallest statue in the United States, and it depicts the deity Lord Hanuman from the Hindu faith, considered an embodiment of strength, devotion, and selfless service.
That's terrible.
It stands tall at a temple in
I hate
Shivaland,
that.
and its goal is to radiate benevolence, strength, and hope to all.
This is Texas 20 years from now.
Hell yeah. That's crazy, bro. They should not be doing that. That's just my opinion, though. Poaching eggs in the Red Bull? I never thought of that. This video is pretty funny. It's also like 2 years old.
It hasn't even been 2 months after we talked about the Indian takeover in Texas, and now here we are back again talking about...
Look, you can say that, like, there are weird parts of Indian culture. You know, it's kind of like, people talk about like Japan and how outrageous like Japanese television is, right? The Japanese media, and you know, it's like, yeah, well, like America's got pretty crazy shit. We got crazy shit going on here. Okay, it's not like they're the only ones doing wild shit, man. It's just, I hate this shit. I hate how it's used to say like, oh, they're invading. We got to get them out. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Like, yeah, street performers and street, you know, kiosk salesmen, or they do weird shit. They do outrageous shit. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, they're all like that. They're all like that. They're gonna make our country like that.
The Indian takeover
No.
in Texas. Brought to you by the one and only
So
Mr. Hot
fucking
Wheels Goya
stupid.
himself, Greg Abbott, the man with a plan.
Oh, hell yeah.
And that plan is to replace you with guys named.
Yo, that's
Armpit Niggins.
wild.
My name's Arpit Nigam, and I am here.
That's wild. That. Okay, hold on. Before we move on to this, oh shit, man. That's why. I wonder why my keyboard wasn't working. Can we just go back to look at this shit? He's in the wheelchair? Off the wall?
Plan, and
Huh?
that plan is to replace you with guys named Armpit Niggums.
My name's Arpit Nigam, and I am here representing the OCAD Students Union.
That was close enough. Everything is bigger in Texas, and that includes fraud. And one thing you all need to realize is that what's happening in Texas is a precursor to what will happen in the rest of the nation. Texas will become a leader in energy production and control the tech sector over the next 20 years. Within that time frame, I guarantee you most of the big tech companies will move there. Which, funny enough, how a lot of these new tech companies, they have all these Indian CEOs. And what's even crazier is how most of these places also set up direct pipelines to India for hiring Indians while getting rid of American workers in their own country.
The number of Indians has exploded over about the last 5 years as companies have moved their corporate offices here.
No!
And instead of giving Texans the jobs, they have brought in H-1B visa holding Indians.
Wow.
That's unfortunate. So it seems like they're trying to push more development and building and probably saying they're doing it so there can be more jobs for people here. But the actual Texans aren't getting those jobs. They seem to all be going to foreigners who are using these pipelines direct to India and from India to come here, not just taking over entire towns and cities, not just in Texas, but across the United States. The Americans
Taking over.
are having lost opportunity from what is coming here.
Exactly. I have seen whole teams of Americans laid off and then directly hiring Indians, whether it's H-1Bs or offshore offices in India. And one company, one Fortune 500 company that I worked for, put out an article 2 weeks after doing this massive layoff of over 5,000 employees and said that it was because of AI. But I know firsthand that it was definitely not because of AI. They were directly replaced by Indians in India.
Okay, look. That shit sucks. That shit sucks. It's not the Indians' fault. And if you think that deporting them is going to solve that problem, it's not. Tech companies outsource for cheaper labor, okay? The H-1B process has somewhat replaced that. Okay? A little bit. It's more like it's offset. But the fact of the matter is, people from India, the country of India, it churns out good, reliable employees that are skilled enough to do that kind of work. Okay, like some countries produce like high-waged employees, and India sort of does that, but India is extremely poor. Like they do not have the facilities to produce like a bunch of doctors and lawyers and shit like that. But that being said, the educational outcomes in India are really good, all things considered, in my opinion. Okay, actually, it's not really an opinion, okay? It's just a fact, okay? India is fucking poor as fuck. People there live in abject poverty. And the school system reliably churns out IT professionals. It's impressive. And this racist motherfucker will say that Indians aren't good at it. They're not good at their jobs. And I'm here to say he's fucking wrong. Because I've worked in this industry for years. I worked in the IT industry. And, you know, some of the best people I had work under me. Some of the best people I had work above me were Indian. Wow.
talks about how Democrats
crazy.
ruined California. Then those same people will never mention how Republicans are essentially working with an Indian mafia and how all the corruption, all the backstage deals, all the lies and media manipulation, like always, have a big fat approval from the Beak Boys who wear tiny hats. So much so that even the Indians are inspired to copy their playbook.
As for your question about, like, you know, what the Jewish community has done, they built very strong networks through, like, obviously a lot of advocacy groups, and I feel like, you know, Hindus can sort of mirror that by fostering strong connections through temples to organizations, and we can also form, you know, a lot of advocacy groups. Political power and collective unity is also very, very important. And that's what we as a PAC are trying to do. We're trying to get a lot of these Hindu Americans who have traditionally voted for Democrats. We are trying to sway them towards the Republican Party. And you know, that's collective unity is also very, very, very important. You have a lot of Jewish PACs that have demonstrated influence in foreign and domestic policy.
Look at this one Indian guy that has fucking no institutional power. Has no he's basically like he's like, look at these nobodies that are like, that are doing reverse white racism or whatever the fuck he'll call it. They're invading. What this person is saying is like kind of racist. Okay, I agree with that. Yeah.
They educate policymakers, they fund candidates who align with their interests, and they ensure that their issues, like their support for Israel, are central to U.S. policy. So we should create similar organizations that promote Hindu and Indian interests, and that strengthen Indo-U.S. relations, and that highlight, you know, our issues, like Hindu persecution, like Hindu phobia, etc., etc. And I think media and narrative control is also very important because you have a lot of Jewish influence in industries like Hollywood that has helped counter anti-Semitism, and that has helped them promote their narrative. And I think we have to.
I mean, is he wrong? Is he wrong though? Why are you mad?
More in the mainstream media and content creation, because we have to address a lot of misinformation about like Hinduism and rampant Hindu phobia.
In fact, Indians have this really weird relationship with Israel all of a sudden.
Yeah, man.
I wonder why.
All the way to India to meet the Jews.
Okay, what he is talking about, there is a cult in India where they like praise Israel. It's really weird. It's really fucking weird. I don't know much about it. I've only heard a little bit, but that's what he's referencing here. This is not a like widespread thing. Okay. Jews of India. Yeah, and this is a different thing. Okay, this is like straight up Jewish people in India. That's not that weird. Okay, it's just Jewish people in India. But anyway, there is actually a cult where they praise Benjamin Netanyahu as a god, and like it's crazy. Okay, it's I don't understand it. I don't think anybody does. I don't think Israelis understand that shit. They're like, what the fuck? But anyway, I had another point I wanted to address. It was back here. Oh yeah, so like Zionists control the media. Okay, that is the main controller of the media. And Jews are also in positions of power. But, you know, once again, it's Christian Zionist, bro. Okay, and this Indian man that you were, like, speaking, he observed that, and he was like, we should do that. I can't really fault individual actors for, saying shit like that when it's just true. Like, yeah, in this system, you should uplift your people, your family, your community. Our communities are often, not always, but often ethnically segregated. Anyway.
And I found something I never expected. Jews that have been here for thousands of years.
We are the Jews of India!
Jews have been persecuted for thousands of years, but India is one of the only places in the world where Jews have never been persecuted.
Welcome to India!
Hi, my name is Leah. I'm a Kochini Jew, and I'm a part of the oldest Jewish community in the world.
They built synagogues and even a town.
In Jewtown, everything is Jewish. The lamppost is Jewish.
What struck me most is that every single Jewish person I met in India told me the same thing.
I have never experienced anti-Semitism in my life.
I don't think I've ever in my life faced any form of anti-Semitism.
You know, I had this thought recently. It must be so much fun to be a right-wing content creator, because you never run out of content. You can like find weird, like I didn't know this video existed. I've never seen this shit. But like, I guarantee you he found this just by like looking up India Jews in India. But that being said, you know, India has a large Jewish population. It's still, again, I'm not gonna keep saying it, but I'm not gonna hit you over the head with it over and over again. But the like Zionism worshipping, that's a new thing, and it's very strange. Okay, I do not I'm still trying to figure that one out.
Really interesting. Even Barry Weiss's The Free Press is now taking up the defense of Indians online.
Shit.
Coincidentally, as Israel and India shift to closer relations, the Brazilian herself, Barry Weiss, who was trained by Mossad, is now going to go above and beyond to defend Indians over Americans just as much as she defended Israel bombing kids in Gaza. But what you all need to understand is that this is the Republican Party's new priority. They will tell the white Americans all about the problems with immigration, all the issues with illegal immigrants in this nation, and blame all of it, including the white guilt and the DEI, on Democrats, saying that the Democrats, the liberals, the progressives, they're the ones who forced all of this stuff upon us. They're the ones that caused all these issues, all these problems. And while doing that, they will also use the suffering of white women who were raped and murdered by barbarians who were let into this country, by playing off of your emotions and getting white Americans to vote for the GOP, only for them to completely abandon us after an election, stopping all mass deportations, granting amnesty for illegals, and doing everything they can to increase the rates of your replacement with legal immigration visas. They don't give a single fuck about those young women who were raped and murdered any more than they give a fuck about Indians who come in and take over your neighborhoods and your businesses. In fact, they are the main reason that's happening in the first place. But every 4 years, they will come back around and beg you for your votes. And the sad thing is, most white Americans are so fucking stupid that they will continue to vote for them until eventually they will no longer need your vote. Because they would.
What the goddamn was he talking about? What did... Source?
Placed you with foreigners. But I'm here to say it's time for us to break the cycle. That's what I'm here to say. That's what I'm here to tell you, is that we need to break the cycle. The white slaves of America need to get off the GOP plantation. The white man, the white Americans. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to declare war on Indians in America and their takeover of America. And as I did in my last video that I made in 2025, I am now conscripting everyone who is watching this video into my war party. Congratulations, you have been drafted.
How about we declare war on the Christian Zionist? Because what the fuck did the Indians do? What did they do, mate? You said that they raped women? Huh? When? Who? Where? And how does that reflect the broader Indian community? What the fuck?
Doesn't mean you have to agree with me on everything or even like me, but we're in this together, you and I. And someone was going to get drafted eventually, so it might as well be you. And some of you are probably asking yourself, how can we do that?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I really don't like you very much right now, man. I really like the Christian Zionist video. You should make more videos like that. Shouldn't make stupid bullshit.
You go to war with Indians in America. How can you stop this takeover with all the fraud, all the manipulation? How do you stop all of that? How do you fight against it? Well, the first step is simple. We completely destroy the GOP. And you might be asking yourself, well, Tom, how do we do that? How do we completely
I'm all for that.
Because the fact is, they still need you to vote for them. They still need you to support them. They still need you to donate to their groups, to their causes. They need you to show up on local levels and vote for people in the midterms, not just the president. Forget the presidency right now. The midterms, the local elections, that's where they need you. That's where they need you to show up and to willingly vote for them so they can actively abandon you after they win.
That's true.
And then replace you. And I don't know how many more times.
And then replace you. Yeah, man.
Not too many, because immigration has been kicking into overdrive as of late. And what's been going on in Texas and, you know, the rest of the country, to be quite honest. So that is why this year is extremely important. It's important that you do not vote for the Republicans. It's important that you do not support.
That is so
true. A lot of you are going to watch this video. You're going to see all these clips I've shown you, and you're going to be convinced for a couple months. And then eventually you're going to see the ads. Eventually you're going to see the election kicking in the full swing for the midterms, and then you're going to fold. You're going to vote for them. You're going to go running back to your slave masters, and you are going to bend the knee. You're going to do what they want you to do. And I'm here to tell you don't. And out of all of the elections that are going to be happening this year, the one election, quite honestly, that matters the most is Vivek Ramaswamy. Vivek Ramaswamy is running for governor of Ohio. That is the most important election of this year because it represents precisely
because he's Indian. He's Indian, bro. He's from Ohio. He is from fucking Ohio, bro. Yeah, you can show the one interview we did with his shoes off. Okay, yeah, whatever. Whatever. He is fucking he was born and raised in Ohio. This is stupid. Like, I'm just saying, like, if you wanna... I don't agree with your hatred, your disdain for Indian people. I love Indian people. I think they're great. I liked all the ones I met. They're cool people. their food is really good. Their food is really fucking good. Okay, there's this restaurant called Bayleaf. Delicious. Okay, anyway. I like Indian people. You don't like Indian people. I get that, okay? But Vivek Ramaswamy, like I said, he was born and raised in Ohio, man. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
A man who came here from first-generation immigrant parents, and this guy made his money scamming old people in the pharmaceutical industry. Something a lot of Indians seem to be doing. They seem to be pretty good at scamming people, especially older people, out of their money. But this guy fucking scams old people, makes money, and then gets into politics. And he was even supposed to have a seat.
He's
with,
a grifter.
He was supposed to be a part of Doge.
Yeah, no shit, he sucks.
Talking shit about Americans. And then obviously they drop him. But now he's running for governor. Now he's going for Ohio. And he has the support of the Trump administration. He has the support of Little Tech. He has the support of Anduril. Because Anduril wants this guy to win in Ohio so he can open up a bunch of factories. And a lot of people would say, oh, that's a reason why you should vote for him, because he's going to create jobs for Americans. If you think for fucking 5 seconds that this dude is going to create jobs for actual Americans, you're retarded. He's definitely going to be creating jobs, just not for Americans. But it will be jobs in Ohio. And it will be for making drones and military weaponry and all these different things. But there's a reason why this guy has to lose. And it's not just because of H-1B fraud or creating drone factories or any of that. The main reason he needs to lose is because this is a turning point in the country. The reason why so much weight is being thrown behind him, the reason why it's him specifically, is because he's Indian. All of these states are setting up relations with India. You have that new oil deal in Texas, in Brownsville, Texas, where they're going to be drilling oil and it's going to be this huge thing. And they're in partnership with fucking India, of all people. And it's not just happening in Texas, it's happening all over. But the reason why Vivek is running is because the GOP and the Republican Party is setting up to replace white Americans with Indian voters. And they're doing it by supporting people like Vivek. It does not matter who wins in Ohio. All that matters is that Vivek fucking loses. Because if he wins, I guarantee you, in 2028, they will run a pro-Indian president, which, from the looks of it right now, is going to be J.D. Vance. And it's not going to stop there. You're going to get more and more of it.
Yeah, true. True, yeah, we'll see how that works. Couch fucker. Let's go. Hey, I'm ready. I'm so ready, bro. But I gotta say, Tomfo, I hate the racism. I hate all the racism. I am really loving when you say, don't vote for Republicans. I love that shit. Keep telling your audience this. Please. Okay? Because it's true. It's true. Yeah. Yeah, don't vote for Republicans. Actually, just don't vote. Okay, go back to saying that. Y'all were saying that a few weeks ago. Yeah, just don't vote. Just like, fuck off, sit on the couch. Okay, just tap out, bro. Look at what happened. You guys voted for Orange Man. Okay, Orange Man bad. Now the country sucks. Now the economy really bad. Just give up, okay? Just tap out of politics, okay? Just go do something else. Go watch your linear entertainment. Fucking jerk your peanuts. I don't care. I don't care, man. Just, stop voting, please.
More and more immigration.
Stop talking about politics.
Fraud from India. You're
it's
gonna get
not
all
for
the
you.
Shit that we've talked about, all the things that we've seen. You're going to have more of that en masse. It's not going to make your life better. It's not going to make your life safer or your family's future better. Vivek has to lose, and he will lose. And part of that is going to be because of us. And so what does that look like? That looks like us giving them absolute fucking shit all day, every day. I don't care if it's on Instagram. I don't care if it's on fucking X. I don't care if you're on Blue Sky. Everywhere you can. This guy is your enemy. If you have friends that live in Ohio who don't vote, tell them you're voting. You're voting Democrat. You're voting third party. You're doing whatever you can to make sure this guy does not win. Because if this guy loses, that's going to send a fucking message to the GOP, and it's going to make them shit themselves. Because they're starting to sweat a little bit. They are. They're starting to see Fishback gain momentum in Florida. They're starting to see all these things. People actually become a little bit more race conscious as Americans.
Dude, what makes you think Fishback is gaining momentum here? Huh? He's never going to win. He's obviously never going to win, but he's not gaining momentum either. What the fuck? You think because you said Goyslop, that's going to, that's gonna push him over the line? Like, no, man.
Hey, maybe we should look out for our own interests, just like every other group. Maybe we should actually follow the money and see who's paying who. Maybe the Republican Party is actually full of fucking shit. Maybe I shouldn't support them. Maybe I'll stop. And that's where we come in. We're going to fucking put this dude through the ringer this year. I'm gonna be doing it, and how am I doing it? I'm making videos. Tyler Oliveira, who made the video on the Jews in New Jersey, he's working on a video right now on Indian fraud in Texas. So all of this is not going away anytime soon. We're gonna keep going at it. I'm gonna be making videos.
It ain't gonna be on YouTube.
Similar to me, you're gonna be making videos. You guys are gonna be going out, expressing your opinions, talking about it. Fuck Vivek, fuck the GOP, fuck the tiny hats and the Brazilians, fuck all these people who were on the Epstein list and protected all these people on the Epstein list, because guess what? All those same people want this shit to happen. They want people like Vivek to win. They want someone like J.D. Vance to become president. All the same fucking people. The same groups groups that have lied to you and that have abandoned you and have sold your future and your child's future to fucking India. Fuck all these people. We gotta make our voices heard. I know some people think there's no point in doing any of that. If you really think that way, fine, then fuck off. Like, just get out of the space, dude. You'd be way better off just becoming a junkie
I'm
somewhere.
gonna stay here.
Like, nobody cares. Like, if you think there's no point to expressing your opinion or fighting back and you think there's all hope's lost, if you really
there's no point in lashing out at Indians because you're mad about your shitty life because you didn't fucking do anything with your life in your 20s. Okay, look, man. Life in America sucks, not because of Indians, but because of the ultra wealthy. Okay. What? What? No.
Like, I'm not here to save you. Get out of here. But for the real people that still think that there is a fight left, the real people that still have balls, we have to send a message, and we are going to send a message. The GOP needs to be destroyed. They need to lose. Because believe me, if they win, if they get what they want, it will lead to more immigration. It will lead to more foreigners. Pouring from a country where their culture does not mix.
Nah, man, that's gonna happen anyway. Okay, like, you think if you vote for a liberal, they're not gonna war overseas and create a new refugee crisis? Like, there's always gonna be a refugee crisis, okay? And at the same time, the Indians are kind of, for now anyway, they're like separated from that. But they're just they're still a cheap source of labor, and they have a young population, they want to work. That's it. Okay?
Whatsoever with Western values. Whatsoever. It doesn't even
So
mix.
it doesn't really matter who you vote for.
So even the people who aren't whites who live in America.
Unless, maybe, if you vote DSA, I'm just saying, if you really want no new wars, vote DSA. That's what I say. Vote for Democratic Socialists. Okay, if you want to end to the military-industrial complex, brutalizing brown people overseas, causing refugee crises, you get a wave of immigrants that we can exploit, yay! If you don't like that happening, then vote for them. Okay, that's it.
People who are Hispanic. Why do you think so many people don't like Indians? Because they don't assimilate well at all. And that's the point. They don't want to. That's not their goal. You already know this. And don't think you can escape this. Don't think you can run away from this. Don't think that you can just pack up your shit and then move out.
They do assimilate, man. What is your evidence of non-assimilation? I'd like to know. I'd like to see it.
Move out into the country and get away from the city and get away from all the problems. Oh, the country's turning into a third world shithole and it sucks. I'll take my family and we'll move out into the countryside and we'll be safe there. Just so you know, eventually, one day, maybe not for you, maybe not in your lifetime, but for your grandkids, for your great-grandkids, all of these problems, all of these issues will catch up to them. They will find you. They will find your children. That is how all of this shit works. The idea of abandoning a state...
Yeah, man. Indians are gonna... They're gonna come after you. The Indians are gonna come for your children. Yeah, man.
Or abandoning a city. I see a lot of people say it. They say, oh, there's no point. We gotta leave. What happens? They go where you go. It follows you, and it will continue to follow you. And if you think, yeah, I can just escape it, I can just run away and move into the fucking woods and live out here, then congratulations. You're no different than a boomer. And you wanna know why? Because you will be escaping the problems for yourself and for your own lifetime, but eventually, like I said, for your children, they'll have to deal with it. And they will be in a position where they will have a lot less power and a lot less resources to do so. So if you really want to stand against this, if you really want to fight against this, then join me. Be a part of this. So what do I need you to do? I need you to share this video with as many people as you can. I need you, when you have conversations, not annoyingly, but within reason, bring up these issues. You know how people figure out this shit? People who are not terminally online, you have conversations with them. Maybe when you call your dad or your grandma or whoever, and if they're interested in talking about politics, you bring this up. Try not to be too autistic about it, but you bring it up, and you talk, and you have conversations. You put this into the social psyche of Americans, because it's been kind of
Mom, Dad, the whole problem is all the Indians. They're everywhere, Mom and Dad. Bruh, if you were my kid, I would stick you in a psych ward so fast. Holy shit, I'd be like, brainwash my child. Fucking Clockwork Orange style. Make them woke, okay? Hold their eyelids open.
They're hidden until it's too late. And this is one of those instances where it's not too late. We can do this. So boys, get ready. We're going to war, and it's going to be fucking glorious. It's going to be biblical, so grab your fucking nuts. All right? Grab your fucking nuts and get ready. because
grabbing
we
him.
are going to fucking destroy the GOP.
Yes.
As part of that, the first step to that is making sure Vivek loses. Making sure these fuckers know you're going to get us for a vote. You're going to use the death and torment of Americans to get us to vote.
You think that one fucking guy in Ohio losing his election when he's deeply unpopular already is going to affect the GOP? What the fuck are you smoking, man? Crack? Seriously, what kind of copium is this?
Expect us to continue to support you? Fuck yourself. So we need to send a message. Let's make sure these people.
Dude, whatever
sure
Tom Foe is taking, inject it into me, bro.
To them that their plan is working, and we need that.
Oh my god.
We need it to fail so miserably. We need to drag these people through the fucking dirt, and we need to get ugly. Give them no quarter, dude. Fuck these people. They think they can use you. They think they can bastardize your faith. They think they can say no new wars and then turn around and drag us into a war with Iran. They think they can say no to immigration while simultaneously granting amnesty.
Okay, the Indians didn't do that, man. That was the guy that you 99% chance voted for last election.
And,
that was you.
H-1B fraud.
You voted for that.
To bring in more foreigners to replace you. What are you going to do about it? Are you just going to bend over and let them fuck you in the ass? Or are you going to do something? I say, let's do something. So that's why I made this video. That's why we're talking about this. Because there's a lot going on. I'm very excited for Tyler's video whenever that does come out. More than likely, if there's more that he exposes. Because, I mean, obviously, he's going to Texas. Like, he's actually going to go there. He's going to be talking to people. They're going to be looking at a lot of things. So they're probably going to expose even more shit that, like, I don't even know about. I'm looking forward to that. If there is a lot more that comes from that, I'll definitely make a video talking about it. But, guys, I'm saying this is the year to get conscious. This is the year to get serious. All right? And we've talked about so many different examples of what that actually looks like. And I know a lot of people don't believe in voting, but the midterms, that is one example where voting does kind of matter. Because not a lot of people fucking do that. They are setting up the collapse of this country from the inside just as much as any other group. And we have to say no more to them. We have to make sure they lose. We have to make sure Vivek loses. And that's what's going to happen. So that's why I came here. I came here to do this public service announcement. I came here to conscript all of you motherfuckers into the war party. So now you're drafted. And you have no choice. All deserters will be shot on sight. So buckle up, baby, because it is now or never. Let me know what you guys think.
Sun Tzu said, fight in front of the river so that your men cannot run away. They cannot run away.
Agree, disagree? Is there anything I missed?
Sun Tzu said that.
Indian fraud going on in America, the takeover with all these tech industries, all these different things. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff I missed. I'm sure there's a lot of people who are going to disagree with me. A lot of people are going to call me racist. People call me racist regardless. That's just the name of the game. That's just how this stuff works. But
yeah, man, that's how this stuff works. Yeah. Wow. Oh, why are people calling me racist? Oh, yeah. What a fucking head scratcher that is. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they don't know. They don't know. Those fucking stupid woke-tards, they just call everything racist. Dude, how can you think this? How can you make a whole video about how Indians are a scourge on American society and then be like, yeah, stupid fucking woke-tards, like, calling me racist? Like, I thought it was based in Red Pill to be racist. What the fuck are you talking about, man? Like, are we still doing this? Are we still denying the racism allegations? Why? Why? I thought it was 2026, you know, fuck it. I thought we were just, like, being openly racist now. What? Why are you, like, hiding? Wear it on your sleeve.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with a friend. Be sure to follow me on Rumble. A lot of you guys don't know this. You're probably thinking, Tom, you took so long to make this video. What gives? And well, the funny thing about that is I actually did make a video a few days ago. You just didn't watch it because it was a Rumble exclusive.
Oh, that's not true. That's not true. I watched it. That's right. I live reacted to it.
And the title of that video is, What the Jews Doing? What the Jews Doing? That's the title of the video, and I'm not even going to go into what that video is about, but just watch the first 6 minutes and you'll understand why it's a Rumble exclusive. I say shit in that video I can literally not say on YouTube. Also, another thing, if you're a big baby, if you get, like, offended over, like, shit, don't fucking watch my shit on Rumble. Like, I mean, you can if you want to give me a view, but, like, dude, you're just going to bitch about the stuff. Like, the Rumble is not for babies, all right? No ooga gaga shit on Rumble, all right?
Yeah, I'm going to keep bitching. You want to know why? Because you're a fucking moron. You're a racist piece of shit. Your idol is a gay Mexican twink. A gay Mexican white supremacist who fucking sucked off Destiny or got sucked off by Destiny. I can't remember. Fucking Destiny, bro. Like, even Nick Fuentes can do better than that, man. How sad is that? It's pathetic.
All right, that's for the fucking dogs.
That's your guy, though. That's your idol.
That's who it's for. And so the Rumble exclusive came out a few days ago. A lot of you guys really liked it. And so thank you to all the people that watched it and supported me over there. So, you know, shout out to the Rumble crew. So go over there if you want to be a part of that. Watch the video on Rumble. Make a Rumble account. Follow me because I do have exclusives on there that I will be putting out and ones that I've already put out that I cannot upload to YouTube. And it's not always going to be super edgy stuff too. Going forward, there are going to be certain exclusive videos I make there just because I want to have exclusives over there. So it's not always going to be crazy shit. It will be normal shit as well because I want to build a platform there and I want to give you guys value for going over there and for following. But yeah, thank you guys so much if you have. If not, go over, check it out. Follow me on X. We go hard on X, baby, all the time. And I just wanted to say thank you to the people that have supported me by donating to me on Ko-Fi. I don't think I've ever talked about my Ko-Fi account, like ever, in any of my videos, and I've had it for months. I've never mentioned it. I put the link in my description, obviously. I never talk about it. I'm not even trying to shill it here. I just want to thank the people that have donated there because it's crazy, man. I'm so grateful for all the support.
Wait, what? But you are shilling it here. What do you mean? When you like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you can. I don't have a problem with you know, like asking people to donate. But by talking about it, by thanking the people that have done it, you know, that is what you're doing. And again, like, I'm not saying you shouldn't do that. I'm not saying it's wrong. But like, don't try to be like I'm not telling anyone to go donate. I just want to thank the people that have donated to me. Come on, man. Come on, bro.
It means a lot. And I'm not trying to shill for that stuff. That's not why I'm mentioning it.
Yeah, right.
Before, and I wanted to do that. So thank you guys for.
Oh, you just wanted to do that. Okay.
Following me on X, following me on Rumble, sharing my videos here. You know, just talking about this stuff with me in the comments. It means a lot, and I'm really grateful to have these conversations. Even to my haters. There's people that hate watch my shit.
That's me.
People that make videos on my shit and they disagree. There's people that fucking hate me on Twitter, and they're always interacting with me on Twitter. But you know what? They're consistent, and I respect it. I respect the haters, even though you guys are retarded and gay. I respect you still because you're consistent. But with that all being said, guys, as always,
man.
Jesus Christ is King of Kings, Lord of Lords, America.
Yeah, you're a dumb fuck, and that's pretty much all I got to say about that. Anyway, there's nothing else on the docket because there's just nothing happening. Nobody uploaded today on this Monday. Of course, there is some shit happening. I'll briefly talk about it, although I'm not directly covering the news. Trump said a bunch of shit about Iran. He sounded like a fucking ape man troglodyte. It was crazy, okay? And now he's begging China. Please, China, you need to help me. I fucked up really bad. Please help me. He's asking China to help open the Strait of Hormuz. Because he can't. He's sick of trying to do it himself. Okay, he needs China to help.